Hello, students. Good morning to all of you. Welcome to the English class. My name is Lakshmi, and today I will teach you chapter number 6 of your English reader. But before starting that chapter, let's recapitalize what you have studied in the previous chapter, that is Gulliver's Travel. In the Gulliver's Travel, you've studied about the voyage of the Gulliver and how their ship was wrecked, how their ship was destroyed, and you all had already read about how the Gulliver's ship was wrecked and he managed to reach the shore. Means how he managed to reach the shore. Now, you all must be excited to know what happened next when he reached the shore. So, let's read in this chapter. This is chapter number 6, that is Gulliver in the land of Lilliput. So, from the title, from the name of the chapter, you can make out that the shore where he had reached is the land of Lilliput. I must have slept for about 9 hours, for when I woke up, it was daylight. I tried to get up, but my arms and legs were tied to pegs fastened into the ground. My long hairs were spread out and tied down in the same manner. Now Gulliver was explaining what was happening there when he had slept for 9 hours and he woke up. What he had noticed that his whole body was tied with the ropes. Now, student, here shipwreck means left by a ship destroyed at sea. Pegs means short nails used to hold or tie the objects to the ground. Fastened here means fixed, and cords here means ropes. The next moment, I felt something alive moving on my leg. It progressed over my stomach and onto my chest, stopping just below my skin. I lowered my eyes downward as much as I could, hoping to see what sort of insect was crawling on me. Now, what Gulliver was feeling, he was feeling something is moving on his body, and it was insect as it was small. Progressed here means moved forward. To stare upwards at the sun, blinking to ease the pain on my already strained eyes. Suddenly, I heard strange noises around me, but I couldn't move to find out what they or where they were coming from. So Gulliver now wanted to know that what is crawling on him, what is moving on him. It was feeling like an insect is crawling on his body, but he wanted to know what is it and where they were coming from. Here, ease means to reduce the pain and to lower down the pain, and where his eyes was paining. And strain means stressed and tensed. His eyes was stressed and tense also because he had swum for a long to struggle for his life to save his life. Then I suddenly gasped. What sort of insect? Why, it's a human creature barely 6 inches tall. This creature had a bow and arrow in his hands and was followed by 40 more creatures like him. I was so surprised that I let out a frightful roar. Now, student, what happened? When Gulliver had seen that this small creature was a human being and its height was only 6 inches tall, he was surprised. He was also shocked. And there were not one creature, there were more than one. So he gave a frightful roar, means he shouted loudly. All the creature ran helter skelter and jumped off my body in terror. So all the creatures starting running here and there away from the Gulliver. After some time, they gathered courage and climbed back onto my body. This time, one of them even climbed onto my chin to get a closer look at me. He let out a screech of excitement. Akina Degul. Now, student, what happened? When they ran away from the Gulliver's body, they again gathered courage. They again prepared their mind to go again to the Gulliver's body. So they again started climbing onto him, and one of them, screech means shouted loudly, Hakina Degul means it's their code language. By twisting and turning hand, holding my left arm down with one arm free, I was able to free my hair and turn my head to the right. Now the Gulliver was trying to free himself from that rope. In panic, hundreds of creatures started attacking me with the arrows that hit my left hand and pricked me like a needle. When it began striking my face, I groaned with pain and raised my left hand in protection. They also started jabbing spears at my sides. Now, student, what happened? When Gulliver was trying to free himself, the creatures started attacking him with the arrows and spears, whatever they were having. They started attacking Gulliver to protect themselves from this giant creature. Panic means sudden, uncontrollable fear or anxiety. Groaned means to cried, and jabbing means poking roughly with something sharp or pointed. And what is sharp and pointed? That arrows and that spears. What happened next? As soon as I stopped struggling, the arrows and spears also stopped. But soon I heard another loud noise near my right ear. It was like banging, like people at work, as those 50 creatures were setting a platform a foot and a half above the ground. So, students, what he had noticed when he stopped struggling, he had noticed that the creatures had started making a platform to reach the face of Gulliver. Soon, four of them climbed up ladders and stood on the platform. In the middle was the important looking man. He made a long speech looking in my direction, and of course, I didn't understand a word of it. But I could tell from the tone of the voice that some words were threats, others promises, and reassurances, especially when he pointed all around and repeated Lilliput, Lilliput. Now, what happened next when the creatures had set up that platform? When the creatures had made that platform, four persons, four creatures climbed on that platform and reached his face. And one of them has started interacting, tried to interact with Gulliver. And from the speech, although the Gulliver didn't understand what that creature was saying, but he could make out that in his speech, some were threats, means some were warnings, and some were promises, and others were reassurances, means hopes and encouragements from Gulliver. And especially when he pointed out all around and repeated, Lilliput, Lilliput. So I was in a place called Lilliput. Though I had never heard of such country or seen it on a map, I tried to give them assurance that I am your friend and I will not harm you. After that, I started feeling hungry. I told them by putting my fingers onto my mouth. The great Hargo gave orders to the crowd below. Now, what happened next? When that great Hargo, or when that important lord finished his speech, Gulliver gave them insurance that I will not harm you. I am also your friend. And after that, he started giving them signals that he was hungry. So that important looking man had already ordered their creatures to prepare the food for this giant person. Immediately, the small creatures placed ladders and climbed up on my body with baskets full of meat and bread, which they dumped into my mouth. This was the food that their emperor had ordered as soon as he had received word of my arrival. Now, what Gulliver was saying, as soon as I gave them the signal that I am hungry, they started putting that ladder, they started reaching to my face and giving me basket full of meat and bread. They started dropping that basket full of meat and bread into my mouth. As their emperor, as their king had already gave the orders to prepare food this for this giant creature. Whenever he'll wake up, we'll provide him with food. They poured a delicious liquid from the barrels that tasted like wine, but their barrel was only equal to the cup, and at last they showed me that they had no more. Now, what happened? After the meat and bread, they had also provided Gulliver with a liquid that tasted like wine. And their barrel, the creature's barrel, is equal to a cup for the Gulliver. So, when these all food was finished, they told the Gulliver that they had no more. As you can see in this picture, this is the barrel. I was grateful to these little creatures. Why Gulliver was grateful? Why Gulliver was thankful? Because they had provided him with food. They had treated me generously, means they had treated Gulliver very kindly. Now, student, I hope you all must have understood this chapter. Thank you and have a nice day.